Before we start this week's episode of For Fun Friday, we have another Patreon shoutout to give, and surprisingly, we have another massive one. A huge thanks to Muffin Fiend for becoming a hero-tiered patron. You have no idea how much it means to a small creator like me for someone willing to support me this much. You are one of the people that is quite literally keeping me creating content. My words cannot thank you enough, so I hope your new shinies will do so for you. Make sure to join the Discord, which, hey, goes for all of you. I have a community Discord, linked down in the description below, to claim all of your shinies. Now, on to today's episode of For Fun Friday. And welcome back to For Fun Friday, the show where I, your somewhat gracious host, attempts to test his deck building skills and build archetypes he's never played before and barely ever seen. This week, we're having a look at what I consider to be one of the most overpriced archetypes of all time, but also one of the most fun to play, ironically. We're taking a look at Live Twin / Evil Twin with Unchained. Now, I've been wanting to take a look at a deck like this for a long time now, simply because I want an excuse to play Unchained. Unchained are hilariously fun cards that don't see enough play these days, to be honest. Unchained used to be a really good splashable archetypes to be able to deal with threats on the board, but they've kind of just fallen to the wayside. Now that Live Twin has gotten their new Link monster, being Evil Twin Trouble Sunny, suddenly they seem like the perfect match for the Unchained. You have a lot of interaction on your opponent's turn through the Unchained portion, and you have a lot of power potential and grind game through the Live Twin / Evil Twins. I figured we're gonna take a look at it today. Regardless, let's just go through the deck and you'll get an understanding as to what I'm trying to do. First of all, let's take a look at our Unchained monsters. We have Unchained twins Aruha, Sarama, and Rakeya, both at 2 copies each. For Aruha, generally this is actually all of the Unchained, they have an effect that if they are destroyed by a card effect, you get to special summon another Unchained twins. So they lock you into Fiend monsters, which is kind of a problem because this means we can't summon the Live Twins, but generally speaking, we're only ever going to do one section of this deck every turn, so it's kind of fine, I guess. Yeah, so Aruha can destroy a card, and when she does, she can special summon a thing from her hand, basically. We have then Sarama, which is probably the most important one. We can target an Unchained card in our graveyard except Sarama, set it, and then destroy a card that we control. And if this card is destroyed, except by itself or by battle, you can special summon an Unchained monster from your deck. So you basically need 2 of them in order to do your fancy shit. Rakeya is also really good. Again, we can target a card we control and destroy it, and also we can't special summon a monster for the rest of the turn except Fiends. If this card on the field is destroyed by card effect except by itself, you can special summon an Unchained monster from your hand or deck. So this just lets us pop a card. This lets us set a card back from our graveyard, and Aruha lets us diggity doogity do target a control, also destroy it, and if you do special summon this card from your hand. So it basically summons itself from the hand. Let's lock us into Fiends, but that is, generally speaking, fine. I have rambled about these too long, Jesus. We're then playing 2 high-level ones. Abominable Unchained Soul is able to be special summoned from the hand if a card you control is destroyed by battle or card effect. If it is special summoned, you can discard a card and destroy 1 card on the field. It's really good, and it's just a 3k defense beater, if anything else. We also then have Unchained Soul of Disaster, which is the only legitimate brick in this deck, I would say. It's okay, but we're only ever going to get to bring this out if we have a Dark Link monster that's making battle. So basically, we get to target 1 monster opponent controls. Immediately after this effect assaults Link, summon 1 Dark Link monster. This is basically the non-Link version of the Unchained Link monsters, but getting to bring this out is really difficult. Regardless, it's there because it has a use. Then, in the extra deck for the Unchaineds, we're looking at Unchained Abomination being their, basically their boss monster. If a card is destroyed by a card effect, Unchained Abomination gets to destroy another card. That's basically what he does. We're then playing 2 Unchained Soul of Anguish, which, of course, lets you tribute it along with a monster your opponent controls to Link summon a Dark Link monster. Same thing as Unchained Soul of Rage does. So, you start off with a Rage. Rage steals your opponent's monster and makes Anguish. Anguish steals your opponent's monster and makes Unchained Abomination. Then, if you're lucky, you get to trigger one of the Evil Twins effects to pop a card, and then suddenly you have 2 card pops on board. That's kind of the point of it anyway. Then we're playing the Live Twins. 3 Kisakil, 3 Leela, 1 Kisakil Frost, and 1 Leela Treat. Simply put, normal summoning any one of the Live Twin Kisakil or Leela will begin your Live Twin combo, ending you up on the Evil Twins Trouble Sunny. It is a 3,300 beat stick that can tribute itself to summon 2 Evil Twins from the graveyard, which will summon you both Kisakil and Leela respectively. If Kisakil is summoned while you control a Leela monster, you get to draw a card, and if Leela is summoned while you control a Kisakil monster, you get to destroy 1 card on the field. Very, very simple stuff. In addition to this, we are playing 3 Ash Blossoms as our main hand trap because it's just the best option. I don't see why you wouldn't do it. For spells, we're playing 1 Abomination's Prison, which is basically just a Rhoda for Unchained cards. We're playing 3 Secret Password that allows us to add a Live Twin or Evil Twin spell or trap from our deck to our hand, which is almost every time going to search us Sunny's Snitch. When it's activated, we get to add a Live Twin monster from our deck to our hand, and if you control an Evil Twin monster, each time your opponent normals or special summons a monster, we gain 200 and they lose 200. It's really good. We're then playing 1 Live Twin Home, simply because if we get Ash Blossom, this could save us out of a sticky situation. We're then playing 2 Escape of the Unchained, which we can target an Unchained monster we control in 1 card on the field and destroy both of them, and if this set card is destroyed, we can special summon an Unchained monster. We're then playing 2 Abominable Chamber of the Unchained, which lets us special summon an Unchained from our hand or graveyard, and if it's destroyed, we can do the exact same thing. We're then playing 1 Solemn Judgment, simply because we kind of have a spot over, and it's a good enough card. And lastly, we're playing 3 Crossout Designator. Crossout Designator is extremely good in this deck because we have a lot of flex slots where we can kind of just play whatever we want. Crossout Designator helps us deal with things that legitimately end our combo. That being Infinite Impermanence, Nibiru, Skullmeister to some degree, Ghost Bell to some degree, and Effect Veiler. These are some of the cards that we have to pay the most attention to, which is why we play Crossout. We can stop either one of them, hopefully allowing us to just keep going with our combo. For the last cards in the extra deck, we're playing 1 Underworld Goddess of the Closed World, because this can actually get summoned in our deck, surprisingly enough, and when it does, it's really handy to have. 1 Abomination, 2 Trouble Sunny, 2 Anguish, 2 Kisakil, 2 Leela, 2 Soul of Rage, 1 Unicorn, 1 Griffin, and 1 Topologic Bomber Dragon. If this deck struggles with anything, it is closing out games. Borosaur Dragon is really hard to create in this deck because the materials you need are hard to get on the board. We don't loop, we loop cards really well, but we don't swarm the board that effectively. Topologic Bomber Dragon will allow us to use 2 of our Evil Twins, essentially, to try and burn our opponent for some massive damage, which is a way of finishing the game. This is a flex slot, play whatever you want. This is essentially the deck we're bringing in today. This is a creation I've made, knowing nothing about the archetype, and I'm just gonna give it a spin because I just really want to try it out. Let's go! Whoa, that's a cool new animation, haven't seen that one before. So, for our first duel today, we're going up against Darkos, and our starting hand is very interesting, actually. We do have the Live Twin play here very easily made. We can't really do anything with Aruha because we don't have any of the Unchained other cards to use, so I think we're just going to activate Sunny Snitch. We'll add a Live Twin. We're going to add Kisakil Frost since we already have our full combo, so it doesn't matter too much. We'll normal summon the Kisakil. We'll activate the effect of Kisakil to special summon a Leela. Using that, we're going to go ahead and summon the Evil Twin Kisakil, which is going to activate its effect to summon back the Leela from the graveyard. When we do that, we're going to go ahead and make the Evil Twin Leela, which is going to activate its effect to bring back the Evil Twin Kisakil. Kisakil will then draw us a card, which draws us into a Skullmeister, which is actually decent, I would say. It's not terrible. Also, so this card. If you special summon this card from your hand, this card feels destroyed by card effect. Wait. I don't know if it's worth bringing out a Aruha here, because I don't think we're going to be able to have 2 materials, which is the unfortunate part, because we can't really make Soul of Rage unless we have 2 materials to work with. Actually, we can. This is really weird. Let's summon Kisakil Frost. This is not exactly something I usually do. We're going to go for the Sunny Snitch. We're not going to activate the effect of Sunny Snitch. That would suck. We're going to go for the Aruha effect here. We're going to destroy the Sunny Snitch to summon Aruha. Now that we're locked, we are not able to summon this. But it's an Unchained... Oh, it has to be an Unchained Soul. Shit. I'm a fucking stupid asshole, and I forgot to read. That was kind of dumb. I forgot that we need the actual soul to summon this, and we have to use this to summon the soul. Oopsie fucking daisy. We'll just end on that then, because I'm apparently a stupid dum-dum, and I forgot to read. This is what I get for trying to record these early in the morning, by the way. It's a mess. Don't question it. Pot of Duality is going to get flipped. We get Harp. Oh, it's Buster Blader. Interesting. Not going to be able to special summon anything here, but going for the Buster Whelp, the Destruction Swordsman, which is always an interesting thing. I am not going to allow you to add anything, and I'm simply going to choose to use our one-off Veiler to stop you. Setting 2 cards here. Setting 3 cards here, Jesus. Right, he is going to go to end phase here, so I'm actually going to trigger Evil Twin Sunny to summon back our Leela and Kisakill, which are both going to trigger. We're going to destroy that one, and we're going to choose to draw a card. We draw into Impermanence, and we get hit with a Breakthrough skill. Kinda lame. We're going to get hit with a Trap Trick. Probably going to go for Prologue, yeah. Okay, so he is going to go for the Buster Blader Fusion here, it looks like. Which, yeah, makes sense. Gonna send Destruction Sword Memories. He's gonna special summon one. He's going for the Buster Dragon, so everything is now a dragon. Then going for that one, we are gonna activate Skullmeister on this to stop him, because we do not want to see the fusion card hit the field. That would be terrible. Right, as it stands now, we actually have access to Bomber Dragon, which is really funny, because it can legitimately do some things here. I'm not entirely sure if that's what I want to use necessarily, but I think we might. Because we do have a way of really abusing this here. Yeah, let's Abomination using these cards here. Abomination goes here. We're then going to activate the effect of Kisakill, which is going to bring back Leela, which is going to trigger the effect of Leela to destroy the Sec card, which is then going to trigger the Abomination to destroy the Buster Dragon. Very nice, that's how that works. Kind of a nice interaction. Buster Dragon does have an effect, and he can summon a Buster Blader if he wishes, which I think is fine here, because we do have more effects that we can kind of work with. He does decide not to, which is interesting. What does this do when banished again? You can banish this card, send an evil to a monster from your hand deck, or face up deck to the graveyard, send 1 card on the field to the graveyard. We don't have an OTK ready, so I don't think that's worth doing quite yet. We could go for the Griffin here, which will absolutely destroy what he's planning to do, I believe, but I don't think that's worth it quite yet. We could go for another Trouble Sunny, which might be the call here. I think that's what we're going to do. We're just going to go for another Trouble Sunny. We're going to set the Imperm. We're just going to proceed to battle, and we are going to punch with our Unchained Abomination. Destroying the Buster Whelp. Destroyed by card effect. When this monster is destroyed by battle, you can target one from the field. Wait. When another monster is destroyed by battle, you can target one field and destroy it. During the end phase, you can target one field and destroy it. No. We don't want to destroy our Trouble Sunny. That would be silly. We'll punch in for 3k. Or 3.3, I suppose. And then we'll just pass our turn on that. We are not going to activate the effect of Unchained Abomination, because we don't need to destroy more cards right now. We are perfectly fine having destroyed what we have. So now we have a negate and impermanence. We have a destruction and card draw off of Trouble Sunny, which should be enough to just kind of seal this one, even though I misplayed horribly by literally not reading my cards. That's something I do a lot. You don't have to worry about it. It is kind of looking like they don't have a lot of place off of this one. We do also have the Imperm, so we kind of stop anything they're attempting to do dead in its tracks, which is also really nice. Also, why is Kisakill's hand looking so freaking weird in Live Twin Home? We got Buster Whelp again. We're going to go ahead and Imperm the Buster Whelp just to make sure that he can't search anything off of it, because that is kind of dangerous. Giving him the Prologue again would be kind of bad. So we'll Imperm it. Does that spell the end of the game, Mr. Buster Blader? Going into Linkuriboh. Great card, by the way. I love Linkuriboh. Breakthrough skill is going to be activated. We are going to chain the Trouble Sunny for this. Remember, it is a quick effect, so we are just gonna bring in the girls. We're gonna activate the effect to draw a card and activate the effect to destroy that Linkuriboh. Don't think he thought about that. We're not gonna trigger Abomination here. Destruction Sword Memories is going to be triggered, so he is gonna special summon a Buster Blader. He is going for the Dragon Destroy Swordsman, unfortunately. He's gonna set 1. He's going to the battle phase. He's gonna punch over Kisakil, which is gonna trigger Unchained Abomination, destroying your Buster Blader. What were you thinking? Okay, we managed to defeat Buster Blader, which probably shouldn't come as a surprise. Let's go to the next game. Alright, game number 2. I'm really liking this deck shuffle animation. That's looking sick. Alright, so we are yet again going first here, and we yet again open with Live Twin Sunny Snitch. We unfortunately now have Unchained Soul of Disaster in our hand, which is really, really bad, but I digress. We're going to search for the Kisakil Frost. We're going to go ahead and we are going to normal the Live Twin Kisakil, activating Kisakil's effect, of course. Which is going to summon Leela. Leela gets summoned. We're going to go ahead and we're going to make the Evil Twin Kisakil. Activating the effect of Kisakil. We're going to get hit with an Effect Veiler. That is very unfortunate. We're going to go ahead and we're going to Secret Password here. Home is going to be our only shot at really getting out of this one. So we are going to go ahead and we're going to go for Live Twin Home. Home, we're going to discard probably the Unchained Soul of Disaster. And we're going to summon another Leela. Now that we have another Leela on board, we can go ahead and go into Evil Twin Leela. Activating Leela's effect in order to special summon back the Kisakil. Activate the effect of Kisakil. Now it's no longer negated to get a Sunny Snitch. Pretty good. We're just going to go for the Trouble Sunny here. And we are just going to pass turn on that, unfortunately. No real back row, but we do hold an Effect Veiler in our hand, which should be able to interact just fine. We are also having a Sunny Snitch up, meaning they will get burned for 200 every time they summon a monster, which is kind of good. They are playing the same deck! It's a mirror match! Let's go! We're gonna Effect Veiler just like they did, and see if they have the out just like we did. They do in fact have the Sunny Snitch, meaning they are going to be able to search for a target here. Going for the Kisakil Frost. If they summon the Kisakil Frost here, I am decently sure they do not have a good target. Alright, go for it. That is the summon. It is going to trigger. We are, of course, going to fire off our Trouble Sunny here, summoning back our 2 Evil Twin Girls. It is going to get to summon it back, and then on a new chain, we're going to trigger this to destroy the Evil Twin Kisakil, and we're going to trigger this to draw a card. We are going to get Ash Blossom for the card draw, but we are going to destroy the Kisakil nonetheless. Unfortunately, they have the Aruha, which means they actually have the continuing play here, I believe. They are going to go straight into battle, unfortunately, so I'm assuming they do not, but we are actually going up against a mirror match. This is insane. Right, so because they do not control a Live Twin here, quick effect, special, I think we're going to do this, yeah. Let's just special summon back the Kisakil. Even though we don't get an effect for it, we're just going to do it this way. Because we kind of want to abuse Kisakil Frost here. Aruha is a super interesting card right now. He is definitely thinking about doing something, but I'm not entirely sure what. Maybe he just missed the end phase trigger, who knows. But that we actually get a mirror match here. This is going to get really interesting. All right, we're drawing an Ash Blossom for turn, which is legitimately a very, very good card. How do we do this the best way? I think we just activate another Sunny Snitch. We'll add another Live Twin. We're going to add Leela Treat. So we are going to summon the Frost. We're going to summon the Treat. And yeah, this is going to get real wonky now. We are going to make, I shit you not, Topologic Bomber Dragon. Then with our remaining 2, we are going to make Kisakil, which is going to trigger, oh shit. I fucked up on this one. That's going to break everything, actually. I summoned it in the wrong zone. That's fine. It's going to blow everything up twice. Arua's going to trigger. We're going to negate it. I summoned it in the wrong zone. I forgot. I thought this was, Boral Sword, which doesn't have an arrow here. I'm a fucking idiot. Don't worry. I targeted the wrong fucking zone. I literally thought this was the one that did not have an arrow in the bottom right. I should have been looking at the fucking zone. It tells me right there that it has a link arrow. I'm a moron. Okay, if I lose this one, I take it on myself for forgetting which arrows Topologic Bomber Dragon had. Because I'll be honest, I really thought it didn't have one in the bottom right. I thought Bomber Dragon's arrows was up, left, down. My muscle memory just fucked with me there. I am sorry. Unfortunately, they don't really have a lot of plays on this one, and they're gonna take a lot. They're gonna go for the Rakeya just to search an Unchained, which is gonna get Unchained Soul of Disaster, which it can now get rid of a Bomber Dragon, unfortunately. That is a shame, but there is the Soul of Rage. Alright, Infinite Impermanence does not really do anything for us at the current moment, so we'll just set a card and we'll pass. Unfortunate. I feel like an idiot. If only I read my cards, man. Oh, shit. No effect, huh? Going for the Aruha, destroying the Sunny Snitch, that's fine. Okay. Going for the Leela here. Going to attempt to activate the Leela effect, which we will hit with the Impermanence, because we do not want to deal with it. Going to the battle phase, we're going to take a chunk of damage. We're going to trigger Leela Treat here. Gonna target this, doesn't matter. Just out of funnies, I kind of want to hit this one. I should have definitely hit the Soul of Rage, but why would I? It's just funny. At this point, I've fucked like this duel up enough that I don't think it's gonna matter. Summoning Topologic and blowing the board up was kind of my own fault. Now they have a Trouble Sunny on board, meaning they have their effect ready, which is unfortunate. We get a Nibiru. Nibiru's not gonna save us, and yeah, I definitely threw this one by forgetting which arrow Topologic Bomber Dragon had. I feel stupid, but at the same time, I should have done better by just looking at the arrow. If I had done the arrows correctly there, it wouldn't have blown up the main board and we would have just OTK'd from there. So I'm counting this one as a spiritual win. Just, you know, look at your cards before you do things. Automatic simulators, be careful. Alright, let's move on to the last game. I'm still loving this deck shuffle animation. It looks sick every time. Unfortunately, this time, we're not really looking at a lot of things here, but we are going to set the Abominable whatever here. We're going to normal summon Rakeya. We're going to activate the Rakeya effect, destroying the chamber. We actually get to see the Unchained part of this deck, which is interesting. We're going to get hit with a Gamma. Unfortunately, this is the only card we don't have a crossout for, meaning we unfortunately have to bite the dust on this one. Really, really unfortunate. This is going to be destroyed by card effect, however, so we should still be safe. We now get to activate the Rakeya effect, allowing us to special summon a Unchained monster. And if you do special summon this card from your hand... No, I think we need to... Target an Unchained card in our graveyard, accept this, set it to your field, then destroy one card you control. This card is field destroyed by card effect, accept it. I don't know. I think we're just going to go for Sarama. We'll Sarama effect, targeting the Rakeya, which is going to get set, and then we destroy the prison. Then we target the prison, chain the prison effect, and we set ourselves the Unchained Soul of Disaster. Now with Disaster on the board, we can activate Disaster effect, targeting the Gamma, and this is going to make us a Soul of Rage. Now with Rage on the board... we can set ourselves a Solemn Judgment. We can set ourselves the Crossout Designator. Not that it's very good, but it's there. And then we're just going to end on that. It's not great, considering the Gamma is the one card we couldn't hit with Crossout. That's a little unfortunate. But we'll see what he can do from there. Now that he knows we're playing Unchained, he's going to be very careful about breaking our back row, knowing that a lot of our back row is going to have effects if he breaks it. We'll see what he ends up choosing to do with that. Crossout might be helpful as well. I just had a coffee burp. That was the nastiest thing I think I've ever done in a recording. Jesus. We'll see what he chooses to do here. Harpy's Feather Duster. He is not afraid in the slightest Unfortunately, we don't have a cross-out for this, and using our judgment on it is a little bit bad, I think. I am gonna let him go through with this. It is very unfortunate, but that is kind of what we have to do. We don't really have a choice. He goes for the Cyber Dragon Core. This is gonna get interesting. So he's playing Sidras. No, he's playing Cyber Dark even. Okay, Cyber Dark is very interesting. I don't know how well they do against Unchained, considering they need a lot of materials to do their combo, and I can kind of just keep rank climbing. We'll see. Going for the Chimera. Of course, Chimera is very, very good. Unfortunately, Soul of Rage has to target, so if he has targeting protection, we may just be screwed. We'll have to see. Activating the Cyber Dark Realm. He's going to summon the Chimera, which doesn't shock me at all. I believe this counts as a normal summon as well. Yeah, it is normal summons. We can't even use our Rage to get rid of it. Really unfortunate. Discarding the Cosmic Cyclone here for a Power Bond. Power Bond is scary. If he has the play with Power Bond here, we are going to be able to get rid of it using our Unchained Soul of Rage, but that might not be enough. Going for the Seeger. We are going to hit this with the Soul of Rage to summon ourselves the Soul of Anguish. That removes one threat from the board. Now it's all if he's gonna... He is gonna fire the Power Bond. Jesus, he is not scared in the slightest. What is he going to Power Bond into is the real question, though. He is going for the Rampage Dragon, which I think is enough to just straight up OT Chaos here, unfortunately. Because Soul of Anguish cannot do its effect as a quick effect, unfortunately. We kind of had to get rid of the Seeger, though, because Seeger would just power this up beyond any point anyway. Which is very unfortunate. He's most likely going to send all of his Sidras there. I could have possibly gone into, like, A-Bomb or Bomber Dragon, but I don't think it would have been worth it. Going for the Hers effect. Hers are just a normal Cyber Dragon. Interesting. Yeah, this thing is going to attack 3 times. It's going to attack once in here, once in there, and once in there. Probably, yeah. That is fine. We still have a Rakea, which is kind of interesting. He is going to take a lot of damage from the Power Bond here, unless he has a... He could have a limiter removal, which would end the game. If he doesn't, though, this might be fine. He is going to punch into the Anguish. Anguish is going to die. We can add a monster to our hand here. Do we... Because this only summons from... from your hand or deck. I guess we do take Disaster back, then. It's kind of worth it. Our Sarama is going to get destroyed. We're going to activate the Sarama effect, of course, and we are going to special summon... I'm not sure. I think we're going to go for the Unchained Soul here. Soul is going to come out, and because it is special summon, we can discard a card. We're going to discard Rakea to destroy the Rampage Dragon. With Rampage Dragon now destroyed, we should be back in the swing of things, hopefully. Going to main phase 2. He could have the Cyber Dragon trap that allows him to banish Cyber Dragons to destroy cards, possibly. He goes for the special summon of Cyber Dragon in defense position. And that ends his turn. So he takes 2100, and that's about it. If this card is destroyed by battle or card effect, special summon it, discard a card, blah blah blah. Once per turn, in the end phase of the card in the grave because it was destroyed on the field and sent there this turn, you can special summon this card, but place it at the bottom of the deck when it leaves the field. So we can get this back, but it doesn't necessarily do much. It comes back, but it's not like that's gonna do us much. We could Soul of Disaster, get rid of his Cyber Dragon, go into the Unchained Soul, which is probably the correct choice. Because if we do that, then we clear the board, and we have something to take out whatever he decides to do afterwards. I think that's the play. I don't think I've ever had to do this before, but yeah, we're going to Tribute Summon here. We're going to use this. We're going to summon our second Soul of Rage. Simply so that we have a response to when he inevitably summons a Cyber Dragon or something. We'll see. If he has another fusion spell or anything that can work in his favor here, this is where we need to do something about it. It is the safest play. We have yet to see any of the live twins, which is really weird. Okay, we're only 9 cards deep, I suppose. It's not like we have that many. We also have an Ash Blossom, which stops a lot of searching shenanigans he could do. So it's kind of a positive board position we're in right now. It's not terribly great or anything, but it is doable. It all depends on what he, in the end, attempts to do with it. He does have the Cyber Dragon, which is unfortunate. He is at least choosing the good art of Cyber Dragon, so I'll give him props to this. But the real question is, how deep does he go? He does, in fact, have the Mega Fleet, which is unfortunate. I probably should have seen that coming. I wasn't sure if he was playing it or not, to be honest. That sucks for us. We also didn't have a chance to respond to anything there, which is unfortunate. That is... Oh, a Cyber Rev system! That is going to spell the end of the game, unfortunately. Yeah, the Cyber Dragon there was probably the best thing he could have had. That's really unfortunate. But we didn't see a single live twin either, so this was just playing pure Unchained for the final round, I guess. Oh well. Honestly, this was a close one. I'll say if I played it a little bit better, I think I could have outed this. We don't have a trigger off of Rage when this is summoned, unfortunately, so we couldn't really do anything about it, but he could take the win. Well played, Mr. Cyber Dark Man. You screwed me over. Alright, let's wrap this up. Alright then. So what do we think about Live Twin Unchained? Well, honestly, Live Twin, as it stands today, is a really, really good archetype. It might not be considered to be meta by any sort of relevance, because just like a lot of archetypes that are reliant on their normal summon, they die to a hand trap. We did manage to play around it thanks to the insane amounts of support that the Life Twins have in terms of searching. Both Secret Password, Life Twin Home, and Sunny Snitch all sort of do the same thing in case you get hand trapped. So most of the time, you will end up on a board with Trouble Sunny. Then, on top of that, you have the Unchained part of the deck, which really just acts as a supplementary engine to the Life Twins. They kind of focus on doing the same thing, meaning the first turn you can go for setting up your Trouble Sunny and all of your Life Twin related shenanigans, and then the following turn you can start doing your Unchained plays to get rid of your opponent's board using things like Soul of Rage and Soul of Anguish. It's really good. Yes, it suffers from a lot of the things that other decks do in the fact that you can brick, which we did, like twice, and then you should probably read your cardboard because I massively failed to do so, and we would have easily won the second game if I actually read Topologic Bomber Dragon correctly. I really need to pay attention to the link arrows, man, because that really screwed me over. Regardless of that, though, this deck will be available as a deck code down in the description below if you want to give it a shot. Perhaps you'll read cardboard a little bit better than I have. If you don't want to give it a shot but still enjoyed the content, do remember to click the subscribe button down below, leave a comment for the algorithm, consider supporting me on Patreon or YouTube membership for a couple of nice perks for you, and as always, remember to stay safe out there.